Hello there, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. Fairway bunkers. Let's look at my 3 keys to being a good fairway bunker player, having success out of there. And they'll fall generally into the technique elements, the strategic elements, and just some mental approaches to these shots I hope you'll find helpful. Okay, first order of business, obvious enough, let's get out of the bunker. So the lip is the main concern. 4 things you should consider. Number 1, how high is the lip? That's reasonably high. It's probably the height of top of my chest. Maybe I flatter myself on my height, but it's reasonably high. Second thing, very importantly, your proximity to the lip. That lip, if I'm 10 to 15 yards farther back in the bunker, is no problem at all, but I'm starting to get close to it. So here's a little mental image I like to use. I have an 8-iron here. I think I can get over that with an 8-iron. I don't have a sense in my swing as to how high the ball goes in the first 15 feet, but I do have a clear sense as to what it looks like on a good shot when it apexes in the sky. So I'll picture that in my mind. Where's my trajectory up there? Where's my apex? And I can kind of back and forth from address or from where the ball would be to that apex and more or less tell if it would then clear the lip. So that's 2 things, height of lip, proximity to the lip. Number 3 thing, your lie. This is a pretty good lie here. I've got a green light kind of a lie. If it's not such a good line, we're going to tackle that later in this video. You've got to watch it. And of course, the 4th thing is your skill level. If you're not a very good golfer, your contact isn't that reliable, get something more lofted and get the thing out of there. Let's have a go here, then we'll start to talk about technique, see if we can get a good shot. Yeah, that was a keeper right there. Okay, let's have a look at some elements of technique. First thing, let me say, any shot that's challenging, side hill, fairway bunker, etc., is always easier if you're a better player. If you have good swing fundamentals and you can generally make solid contact, it's always easier. We're not going to camp out on this, however, in this video. We're going to assume to a large extent that you have reasonable swing mechanics and you can hit an iron shot. Okay, 3 key changes. Let's look close up at the first 2. So first 2 things I want you to do, once you've established where you're going to put your feet, wiggle down in there. Make your base secure. It is so easy when you're making a full golf swing in loose sand to slip a little bit. You'll almost certainly make poor contact if you do. Now you can see I'm several inches down there. Choke down on the golf club, roughly the equivalent amount. I'm talking quite a bit. I like to feel that when my arms are at full length, I still can only reach maybe the middle of the golf ball. My arms will get longer as I swing if I make a good swing. So stabilize, dig in, offset that by choking up. Okie dokie, what's our next big adjustment? And we're going to look at nuances of the lie that you have. It makes a big difference in just a little while here in this video. But the next adjustment, play the ball back a little farther in your stance than you normally would. Not way back, but farther back than normal, so that it's just that much easier to catch the ball before you hit the sand or to pick it off there. So I've got the ball farther back than I normally would. I've wiggled in, I've choked down. Final thing I'd say here before we move on, swing within yourself. If you try to swing really hard, your footing isn't that good, the lie's not that great, contact is king in these shots. Just make a little medium-sized golf swing. Let me see if I can execute that. Yeah, that for me was about an 80% type swing, got a good hit. Stay within yourself. Okay, couple of mental factors. I hit that pretty darn well for me. I don't care, you're still not going to get your normal complement of distance. I'm stuck down in the sand, I can't move my legs as freely as I might. Contact, and that was a solid one, is still never going to be quite as clean and quite as trouble-free as it would be out of the fairway, let's say. And as we said, you shouldn't be trying to swing as hard anyway, so factor that in. Don't try for normal distance, club yourself accordingly. Also, once you're out of the bunker, what's out there? In this case, there's another bunker, but there's a lot of fairway up there. I don't feel any big problem. But you might have a water hazard or some out of bounds or just more trouble, more bunkers. You have less control coming out of a fairway bunker, so if it's a wide open green light, certainly go for it. If not, though, if there's more trouble, again, be more conservative. Okay, let's check out the lie itself. 2 different sorts of lies. Neither's a bad lie, but you can see the roll mark here, the ball sitting in, the sand's a little softer and fluffier. If you have a lofted club, something like a 9-iron, and you try to pick this too much out of that lie, you are going to hit some thin shots, certainly catch it at the very bottom of the club face, so you are going to have to lean the club a bit for a really good hit and hit down a bit more to get solid contact. You'll lose a bit of loft when you do that. This lie here, Beautiful, sitting up nicely. I still need to clip it with just a teeny bit of shaft lean, but I can pick it off a lot more. The loft of the club you're choosing makes a difference. A mid-lofted hybrid here versus the 9-iron. Hey, with mid-loft, the face is much more tilted against the ball than it is with the 9-iron, so I don't need as much downward hit. And certainly in this case here, I can really strive to just pick it right off the sand. Good lie, less loft. So let's finish up here. I hope these thoughts are helpful for you, both in terms of technique and your expectations in fairway bunkers. I'm going to put in a plug for this Anyle, A-N-Y-L-I-E club. It's a great hybrid. You've probably seen, if you've seen it advertised, at all my chubby face promoting it, but I am telling you, it's a great club. Couple of quick features, then we'll wrap it up. It's more of an 8-iron lie on the club, which makes it much easier for most people to feel. It has a wonderful leading edge like that of a short iron. You could hit it fat, but you'd have to work at it to do it. And it has this really cool rear spoiler that you don't see when you look down, but it really stabilizes the club through any lie, hence the name. So I'm going to hit a shot here. This is a tall order to get a 24 out of this bunker. I'm even going to try to hit this just a little bit fat. And again, this bugger right here slides through the sand like crazy, or any divot or anything. Let's see what we get. Well, that shot up in the air like a treat. Truthfully, I hit that really solidly, but it's great on all sorts of lies and from different stuff. So the Anyle, you can check that out online. I think you'd enjoy it. Thanks then.